Welcome to Go On, I'm Listening. You're about to enter a space where we discuss friendships, relationships, healing and growth, social media, and we expand our musical knowledge. Now, being here is a safe space. In fact, we welcome all thoughts while encouraging no one to stop in the middle of their sentence with the reassuring words of, "Go on, I'm listening." What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Go On, I'm Listening. I have someone here that is like a big reunion for me, actually. I always run into this person at the most vulnerable places, like the nail shop.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. I was just about to tell this. I was just about to tell them how I met you in Hawaii. Like, oh my God.
Girl, I'll be watching the videos.
That's crazy.
Frequently. That was
like almost 5 years ago.
But you got not really. It was like 2 years ago, Tati. That was like 2022.
I have no conception of time. My friend, Alex.
Hey, guys.
Alex, thank you so much. I say that it was a vulnerable place that we met each other at the nail shop is because, you know, when you're getting your feet done and they take everything off your toes?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like low-key with the person next to you.
Like, girl, we ain't that cool.
I'm very vulnerable right now because this is like low-key my feet is naked.
Yeah, I don't even think we was worried about our feet no more. We was talking.
Exactly, and we weren't worried about our feet. I just love seeing you. So how have you been?
I've been great, Tati. I appreciate you for thinking about me.
Come on.
And keeping me in mind. I'm happy to be here.
Oh my goodness.
I love this. I'm so happy. I'm happy for you, Tati.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so there's a couple people in the world who probably don't know who you are. So can you give us a little bit of who Alex is?
My name is Alexandra. I go by Alex. I am a wifey.
Aww.
I am a mommy. I am a nursing major. I'm a friend.
Oh, I love that. Mommy,
I'm
friend.
everything in one. I'm pretty much navigating life right now and helping others do the same. I'm not a therapist. It's not my major. But I think you kind of got that vibe from me, Tati.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm always open, here to talk.
100%. I love that about you, how open you are and how willing you are to just have a conversation too. And I love that you say you help people navigate life too as well, which brings me into the topic actually of friendships and everything, because you said in your title describing who you are that you are a friend. So what does that title mean to you?
I'm an only child.
Okay.
So if I call you my friend, you probably really like my sister. Not really my friend.
Wow.
So I'm going to treat you as a sister.
Like family.
Okay. We're going to be loyal. We're going to be honest. We're going to show up for one another. Communication. Communication is big in friendships, relationships, family, everything. So in a friend, I look for what I give, and that's somebody that you can call on. I adapt. If you want to go ride or die, I'm going to ride or die. You want to go sit and cry, I'm going to sit and cry.
Love that.
That's really how I am with friends. And as I've gotten older, 90% of my friends have been my friends since I was elementary school or middle school.
Wow.
Middle school, because that's really when I met one of my closest friends, who is my daughter's godmom. I met her in middle school.
Wow. So they've been with you for a long time. Yeah. And they know you. And
I'm open to new friends, though, because I have a few new friends that I've met within the last, maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
But,
And I think there is levels to friendships.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people who I feel like knowing your place in a friendship, first of all, is so detrimental and really important, because I have friends where I know I can call them and be like, girl, let me tell you what just happened.
Thank you.
And I have friends who are like a mom and it's like, I can't really answer right now, or my energy is drained, so I can't give you what you're looking for right now.
Yeah.
But knowing
and it's
your
good
place,
that you know that.
Exactly.
It's good that you know that.
And that's how I feel like I've cracked the code, because I'm able to identify what I am to this person and what they can bring to me as well too.
Exactly.
But that took a lot
of
emotional maturity too.
Realize when you've outgrown someone too.
And then there's that, and letting go in friendships has been that's such a heavy topic to talk about, actually. Letting go in friendships. What do you feel like is so hard to let go? Because sometimes I believe that in our minds we know, okay, our life will probably be better without this person.
But you're scared because you're so comfortable. But why are you comfortable with being mistreated? If that's not the type of friend that you are to that person, why are you allowing that person to be that friend to you?
I think sometimes as a lover or as someone who is such a giving person, when you have so much to give, you don't ever notice what you're not getting. Exactly.
So you're pouring into someone's cup and yours is
and
now
they're not
empty.
refilling you. Exactly. So that's when we snap in and realize when I actually need you, when it's like, I'm changing up my terms and conditions because my cup is low. You're not expecting that. And now we've lost
then
our
they're going to look at it and
connection.
they're like, oh, you acting funny?
Yeah. And
But you literally drained me dry.
Exactly, but what you allow is going to continue. But that's why I think it's hard for some people to let go, because it's like, I don't really see my actions as, me doing anything wrong.
Exactly. So that's one of those where you take the conscious decision of yourself and you're like, you know what?
Absolutely.
No love lost.
Yeah.
I love you to death.
Mm-hmm.
We can't continue to be friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Friendship breakups are real, you guys. They hurt. I've experienced it. I've got through it. And again, make sure you move with pure intentions through it all, because you're not falling out with this person. You've outgrown that person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's true. And I feel like before you break up with a friend, though, you need to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
But you have to know how to talk to your friend, because this is the thing about that, is your friend has to understand what you're saying as well. So if you want to be heard, you have to make sure that you serving it to them in a way that they can digest it.
Exactly.
So how do you feel like you go about having difficult conversations with friends?
Talk to someone the way you want them to talk to you. Mm-hmm. And don't talk at a person. I live by that with everything. And it's also not what you say, it's how you say it. Mm-hmm. You can genuinely be hurt, but if you're speaking from an angry standpoint, your delivery for that message is going to come off angry. Mm-hmm. So your response is going to be an angry response. It's not really what you want. Yeah. So approach it in a way that you want to be approached. Like, realistically, I don't even want to have this conversation. So I know you don't want to have it, but it has to be had.
It has to be had, yeah. So that's so important too. Like, it has to be had. And I think standing firm in that and like really knowing yourself and what you can keep giving in this relationship is what's going to determine if you want to even stand firm in that, if you want to even continue to sow into this relationship as well. But difficult conversations are extremely complicated, especially me personally, because I am not a confrontational person. Yeah. Until you take me there.
It doesn't have to be confrontational.
And that's the thing that I had to learn, is that it doesn't have to be a, oh my God, why would you ever? But I think learning how to communicate in a style where it's receptive, honestly, that's really the key. It's like being able to comprehend in a relationship.
For those that's like watching and know me, I've learned from having a husband who literally evens me out. I'm on 10, he's always on 1. He's always like, it's not necessarily worth it. And I had to learn to not always be so like, I want to fight, I want to argue, let's do this, let's do that. Like, we can just talk about it. And it's not always necessary to argue. Yeah. It's not. It's really not. Like I said, that goes for everything, Tati. Friends, relationships, and friendship conversations can sometimes be, I wouldn't use the word discomforting, but you're nervous because what if this person isn't receptive to what I'm saying the way I'm trying to say it, and they decide they don't want to be my friend
anymore. Then I chose to be vulnerable with you, and now I'm naked and exposed, and you didn't want to see me like this. And now what do we do? Because it's awkward. I've crossed that line, or I've possibly set my boundaries and you weren't ready to even experience my boundaries. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so true. Honestly, it makes you guard your heart in a little bit. Yeah. A lot, actually. It makes you guard your heart and just want to protect and stay in your bubble. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in a way I've kind of been that.
But like, you don't want to too much do that, because then what I was telling you earlier, Tati, I wouldn't even know, because you're so like, that's so just not...
Guys, Alex and I were catching up before the show, and she was telling me a little bit about how she would never know half of the things that I have been through. Like, I was telling her I got my heart broken, and she's like, you're in a relationship? I was like, well, I wouldn't say it was a relationship, but
I wouldn't even know that Tati was in the dating pool. Like, I mean...
So describe to them what you mean by that.
Because when you see Tati, I mean, I know you.
Yeah, you do.
So not everyone can say that. And consider yourself lucky if you do.
Oh, stop. That's so sweet.
Tati. It's one of those things where I watched Tati from high school until adulthood.
Gosh.
And it's it's only going up. So at what point are you allowing a man to feel like, oh, let me intervene and want to take her on a date because Tati always got something going on. So where is the man coming in? Like, let me take you on a date. Like, take me on a date. I got a flight to catch in the morning. Like, you got to meet me in the next state. And so it's like one of those things where I'm looking at it and it's like, do I think that Tati is dateable? Hell yeah. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just like, you're not giving the vibe. Like, okay, and again, like I was telling Tati, guys, and I'm not meaning this by anybody that go out and party, because when I get my time to go out with my friends, I do. Tati don't be outside. And when she do, she handling business.
Oh my God.
At what point, like, a man dinner gotta be like suited, booted, suited, tied. Like, let's go.
What in the world? Stop.
Because that's the energy you give.
What?
But you about your shit, Tati.
Okay,
like,
because stop playing. Get out my face if you're not about it.
And I'm not saying that you're going to accept.
Can I tell you something, though?
What?
Because I've been, okay, this is the thing. When I get into a guy, I'd be locked in. I'm saying, like, that is my world. No, like, that's my world, babe. Like, come on, do everything with me, whatever. Like, I love love. I love experiencing the genuineness, the authenticity that you just share, the intimacy of just holding my hand or just holding me.
But it's like they not going to know that until they get to you.
Exactly.
But you're not even.
Oh, but you're feeling like, okay,
where's the pathway? Like, I'm not necessarily saying, like, open the door and just let them in, but it's like.
I don't even know how to do that.
Like,
I don't even know how to do that.
And that's how I know you're not.
You be
straight handling business, and I absolutely love that for you. Like, what did I tell you? You belong on Melrose right now. Like, we're supposed to be in a glass building on Melrose, people walking by with their shopping bags, looking in while we're going. You're listening. Like,
my God.
Come on. So,
you're so sweet,
and I told Tati, you guys will see her show, believe it or not. She's gonna be in LA, and then before you know, we're gonna be watching her streaming on Oprah Winfrey Network.
Oh my God.
So
she's so freaking sweet. I told her earlier I had room in my pocket to take her to go, and she didn't want to get in my pockets for whatever reason. I'm like, girl, get in here and come home with me. Stop playing.
I'm just like, Tati.
Oh, you're the best.
You got it going on.
Wow, thank you so much.
So it's like, yeah, you're dateable. Yeah, men are attracted to you. Like, what the hell? But it's like, if I was a man, I probably would be watching your story like, she don't have the time.
What? I just want to love you. And that's literally all I want is just the love. Like, that's why I always tell my friends, when I find love, it's going to be so beautiful because I know how much I pour into the things that I love.
Yeah.
So when it's given back to me, I already know. But I can't believe you're saying that I'm not giving the impression because I feel like that's all I give is lover girl.
I just feel like you not... And I said this to you earlier, and that's a good thing. It's never gave pick me. It's never gave I need a man. Like, never gave that. Don't change that part.
She hasn't went through my messages, that's why.
No, y'all.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Social media is fake, but a lot of people be real on social media. And
yeah, oh, it's so sweet, Alex.
If you'll pick me, don't be that.
Yeah, don't be that. Yeah, let's get into pick Nisha.
Because we gonna get picked.
Yeah. So what do you think that whole culture is? Like, the whole pick me.
You don't believe you're the prized possession. Like, I'm a prized possession no matter where I go.
No matter what room I'm sitting in, it's always gonna be me as number one. We're gonna start with that.
Take this weave out right now and put my hair back with a wig cap on, and I'm still the baddest.
Always.
Still the one. That's the thing.
Talk to me.
Why are people pick me? Because what did we just say? We don't want anyone else's life. Everyone can't say that. And if there's people out there that wake up and look at someone else and they're like, I want that, I want to be very transparent right now. Everything that glitters isn't gold.
Yeah.
So you get on social media, and that's the thing nowadays. Everybody is up into the whole, designer and the niggas and the females, and we all got to be like this. And you just have to understand that they're not posting the ugly because it's not always pretty.
It's not.
So now you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and you're kind of like, why? Yeah, like, I don't look as good as her. My body don't look as good as hers. My skin don't look as good as hers. My hair not as good as hers. It doesn't matter. Because you don't know what she does every morning to get on social media
or
look
who
like
she
this.
compares herself to get to her
She
goal.
might be the worst, like has the lowest self-esteem out there. But you really pretty without the extras and the edits, and you why are you so you're pick me. Don't be pick me, because you're gonna get picked regardless. Someone's gonna pick you. There's somebody for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I think once you find your person, though, you'd be wanting to hold on tight.
But understand that even when you thought you found your person, you have to learn a person. Because I thought I found my person before I had my person that I have now.
So can I ask you about that too? Like you saying you felt like you found your person and everything. Obviously, you didn't feel like you were nurtured in that relationship, right? And that was like a one-sided relationship to you. What were the signs and what was the moment like for you when you realized this relationship is not helping me at all? It's not benefiting me at all.
The signs were there. I had the red flags. I thought they were pink. Like she said, I thought they were pink. So I had everybody, friends, family, mom, everyone that pretty much just was like, Alex, this is not for you. I wanted to see the good in someone that I should have just went with what they showed me. But I'm steady giving you the benefit of the doubt because realistically, I want to be with you and I love you. And this is the person that I think I'm going to spend my life with. So when I finally woke up and smelled the coffee, the signs were really my feelings weren't being fulfilled. And I poured into this cup for so long that not only was mine empty, I don't even think I had a cup for you to pour back into if you wanted to, because I was so far gone. Like it was just.
So how did you pull yourself out of that dark space?
You think you're in a dark space because this is a breakup and you're sad and you're so traumatized because what am I going to do now? This person was a part of my everyday life. What do I do now? Well, you sit back and think pros and cons. What did I tell you, Tati?
Yeah, so how do you get over a breakup, though? Because, yeah, you can write on a piece of paper pros and cons, and I've done that so many times, but I feel like it just...
What I wait?
Obviously, the cons outweigh. I mean, well, yeah, the cons did definitely outweigh when I'm speaking on the emotional spectrum and also the physical spectrum. It just didn't help me get over anything. In the moment, it helped me sort out, maybe, okay, like, I understand why this had to break up or whatever, but I'm not accepting it yet. So when I went to sleep, I'm still sad about it. And I'm still like, okay, well, I still miss this person. Of course, because in the beginning stages of...
So what do you miss more? You miss the person or you miss being hurt?
And sometimes you miss the person. Honestly.
That's okay to miss the person.
Yeah.
But remember who comes first.
And that's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, but it's a process to get to that thought,
always a
that
process.
Feeling. And you know what I'm saying? So it's easy for us to be like, oh, no, you're supposed to say... now you're supposed to feel like this. And yes, that is very true. And as much as I want to feel like that, I'm still hurt. And I still want to not feel this anymore.
You have to know. You have to go through it.
Yeah.
What people in this day and age now, in this generation, they're numbing themselves. Granted, we are in a generation nowadays, y'all, where we get on social media and it's somebody dead every day. And it's like, it's not okay. And we're almost numb to death at this point.
Just literally.
So you numbed yourself through that whole situation. And it's like, now that you don't want to feel it, you're trying to find all of these different outlets to take your mind off of this, right? But then when you go to sleep at night and you're in the bed and it's cold and lonely, there's no outlets because you're in the bed. You're going to sleep. So now you're sitting here and you're thinking about it.
And I think you're thinking of suppression. Because I feel like there's some people who mope in bed all day and can't do anything because those are thoughts.
Do you have somebody? That's where we come into with friends.
Exactly. Friends definitely, having that community definitely plays a big part.
I had friends. I had the streets. And when I say the streets, I don't mean like I was in trouble. No, I had the streets like I was outside, gang, partying. We have fun. You need that. Right. Even at this big age, I think I've had my time with partying, so it doesn't matter. But a lot of people are so stuck on like, I don't want a female that goes to parties, and I don't want somebody to do. It's like, live your life. But
there could be different ways you have fun. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to the club to shake my butt.
But moping in your sorrow, Tati, will get you.
That's no good. And I have learned my lesson.
And I never think you would, though. Like, I swear I will never.
But that's why I feel like I'm able to execute it so much like more intensely. Like, yeah, it
You're
was
numbing
not
yourself, maybe?
No, I'm actually going through
You're feeling it. Okay.
I didn't have the blueprint, and the blueprint really is to have a minute of isolation, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Definitely.
That
I'm an
is
only
the cheat
child, so
code.
I'm used to being alone.
Thing too, coming out of isolation is what is really important, and having those people who are in your life for the
How do
long
you come
run.
out of your isolation?
How did I come out of my isolation? Honestly, I came out of my isolation. Well, first of all, what led to my isolation was a lot of grief around me. Like, I lost my grandmother. I lost my cousin. I had a really close friend of mine commit suicide, and I got broken up with like a little bit after that. So it was like a lot that was happening for me at one time. So I lost a lot of my core community.
Okay.
So it was a lot for me to really tune into this new version of myself, because when you lose someone, that version of yourself is gone. So you have to rebuild yourself up. So I had to really isolate myself and really start asking myself questions like, okay, what in the world do you want out of yourself?
Yes.
And what do you want other people to get from you every time they interact with you? And I've always been this, oh my gosh, da, 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 type of person since I was a child. And I've always just been myself. That was never the issue. But I had to just learn how I can coexist with other humans and them still having a great experience from me.
From you,
while also not taking it personal. But I needed a minute to recharge.
And regroup.
Exactly. So coming out of my isolation, I'm just slowly dipping my feet into things that I love, which is why I created this space. Go on, I'm listening, because it's like, I want to hear what you did. So now we can tell everybody else how to do it.
It's so,
and our experience is
so
also
frowned
different.
upon to the point where I think others think it's impossible.
Exactly.
And it's absolutely possible. You can do it with so much grace. I did mine with grace. I don't look back and regret anything that I did. My mom knows this. My husband knows this. My friends knows this. I'm actually grateful for having my heart broke when I did, at the age that I was. I was young still. I wasn't that young, but I was a teenager.
What age do you think that we should experience heartbreak? Because I think that we should experience heartbreak at 18 and 25.
Yeah.
I say
not
18.
25. No,
really?
Absolutely not. You should not experience heartbreak anywhere past the age of 18.
Okay, let me tell you why I think that 18 and 25. So 18 is like you need to break up or figure out what you're doing with your high school sweetheart. Because there's not going to be people around who are going to be able to support the relationship as much as they were initially. Like your teachers, your parents, your classmates.
Right.
Because when I think of that, I think of like the childish relationships. Like, oh, well, you go to prom with me. Like, that's our only issue is figuring out what colors to wear, right?
Okay.
Not to say that
Puppy love.
Yeah, puppy love, exactly. But then when you turn 21, now you're able to be entered into spaces like bars, clubs, lounges, strip clubs.
You're still finding yourself, though.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So once you turn 21, you're a whole other version of yourself, right? Then while you're exploring these things that you're able to have access to at 22, 23, you're going to find someone potentially that has the same interests as you or is attracted to you, and you may pursue that. Then you may get caught up in the love. And I think that's when 25 comes in, because it's like, all right, this is a very detrimental time in your life where a lot is about to be formed. You're about to hit 30. Stuff is about to start getting real. You're going to have to start family planning, doing all this stuff, right?
Okay.
So I feel like that's when love happens, and you kind of find a different version of yourself that wasn't accessible prior.
But having your heart broken at an age like that is almost unhealthy. Because I don't necessarily speak for everyone, but if you had a high school sweetheart, someone that you dated in high school, that was your first love. Your first love almost molds you into.
But was that real? Was it a real first love, though?
I had my heart broke as a teen. By the time I entered adulthood, I honestly knew what I would not accept.
Yeah.
So it's almost as if you didn't learn, and we had this conversation earlier, because what's a lesson without the L?
Yeah. What's a lesson?
You didn't learn if you got your heart broke, and however it happened when you were 18, I'm not saying that same thing's going to happen and it's your fault at 25.
Of course.
But let's also keep in mind that you have to change up something you're doing.
Yeah.
And at 25, that's just too close to 30. I think that's almost traumatic to have your heart broken twice. Like, so my first love in my high school sweetheart broke my heart, and now I'm dating this person and I'm learning a new version of myself, and then they broke my heart. It's almost like I have to refine myself again, and I'm so close to 30 that I thought I would have kids by now.
Yeah, and let me explain why I say that too. Because I think for me, my personal example is I've never had a high school sweetheart. I'm just looking out. So
You didn't experience that.
I didn't experience that.
Okay.
I grew up very, not sheltered, but I definitely grew up in a big bubble of like a lot of foster children and a lot of families. So I was never really, like I was going to school and coming home and kicking it with my fam. Like that was my fun and that was, you know, what I was around. So I didn't have a lot of experience in the dating world until I got a fake ID. And then that's when I'm like, let me see what's up. Because I had a foster child live with my grandma because my grandma was a foster care parent. She was like going to the club and stuff, and she was coming back looking like she had a great time. She was getting dolled up. I'm like, oh, I want to do that too.
I want to go with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me go tap into that life.
Exactly. Okay. And then that's when I started just being exposed to a lot more things and just like learning a lot more about what's on the outside, what's outside the bubble.
Take
but
on
that
it
was
is
older.
So different.
Exactly.
I jumped off the porch running.
Exactly.
Me and my friends been outside.
I was on the leash.
Like,
my family had me on the leash. Like, okay, you can see what's outside, just so you know what you're missing, and you're not.
Me and my friends literally chewed the leash apart. It was gone. Like
exactly.
We're out.
Yeah,
we're done.
And see, that's why I think that it really does depend on the person and on who you are and what you're willing to accept too.
Yeah.
But I just know that.
But it's also what you've been exposed and what you've been through. Because like if you haven't been exposed to certain things, you're not gonna know how to deal with them.
Exactly.
I started dating in high school, and I was a freshman on a varsity cheer team.
Okay, yeah, I was not allowed to cheer.
Yeah, my first boyfriend was a junior, upperclassman. Yeah. I'm a freshman. So, of course, now I really think I'm that it girl.
Yeah,
girl,
automatically.
You freshman on a varsity cheer team, your boyfriend upperclassman. I'm cute. I know how to dress. Like, and I'm nice. I'm not a mean girl, so everyone's really attracted to my energy. Like, that's something that no matter what, it's a flex.
Oh,
like, Tati,
so
you know everybody know Alex. Like, and I was just telling my mom, like, hey, I have to be so private when it comes to planning weddings and planning birthday parties and stuff because I have so much love and I appreciate it. If you love me, I love you. If you know that, you know that. But you were one of those, Tati, like, you never had issues with nobody. Like, if somebody, I don't think anybody would even joke and say, like, I don't like Tati. Like, you didn't like Tati, that's damn near weird for real. Because, like, Tati was one of those people that, like, and I am too, y'all. I make friends with anybody. But I can be... You want to fight?
Oh my God.
I can be like that, but you have to take me there. And you know this, Tati. You don't cross me. Yeah. Don't cross me. I'm like really one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I'm loyal. I will give you anything but food. I will not share my food. I'll buy you food, but you cannot have the food off my plate. I don't like fake people. And Tati never gave that vibe. And Tati you never really hung with people that was like, oh, I don't want to hang with them. Yeah. So it's like, me coming to El Cerrito, I came from Pinal Valley. Was an it girl there. Yeah. I always say, like, I didn't really like El Cerrito because I felt like they was forced to be it girls. I was really an it girl in my sleep. Like, I'm really her. Yeah, I'm really her. Yeah. I don't have to come to school and put that on, like, I've been putting this shit on since I was a kid. I'm really her. So that's why I got up out of El Cerrito. I'm not gonna lie, I got up out of there because I'm like, this don't fit for me, and I'm not about to compete with people who can't compete with me. We're not in the same bracket. So school wasn't for me.
Thank you so much for the compliment.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it's okay, Tati. It's all about your first impression.
Yeah, 100%.
And you have to re-give a first impression right now because the first impression that everybody has on Tati is like I say, it's not giving, I have time for you niggas.
Oh my God, I want to fix that so bad because I would love to have
Do you really?
Oh my gosh. Dude, I just be thinking about all this stuff. I'm like, oh, if I had a man, I wouldn't have to work this hard.
My husband's going to be watching this and he knows David is a head. I wouldn't trade him for the world. I wouldn't ask for my life no other way. What did I tell you earlier? That is my best friend. He is a head. We was arguing today about who was going to go open the door and open the side gate for the gardeners.
I love that. Call me. I want to call you before I go to sleep and be like, yeah, I'm mad at you, but I need to hear your voice before I went to sleep. Like, stop playing with me.
He calls me at work like, I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to see what you was doing.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, Tati. I don't see you.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I'm just doing this too much.
You have to be mindful of that, though, because like I said, I love David and I cannot see myself with anyone else. And I think I'm almost like, I'm okay with the fact that he irritates me. I'm very, very open. And
no, I love that.
I think like I said,
Yeah, but with you being open to, like, let's talk a little bit about your journey. And I know that there were some things that you and I were talking about too on a deeper level too when it came to just being a mom and just really going through the struggles of,
mommyhood.
yeah, mommyhood. So can you talk a little bit about that?
I became a mom at the young age of 19. I had my daughter less than a month after my 19th birthday.
Wow.
And I got pregnant at 18 and had her at 19. I am now still with my high school sweetheart, her dad, and learning to be a mom at a young age when I was raised by an older mother who had me at 36. There were some things that I knew were going to be different with my daughter, and there were some things that I knew I was going to have to make different with my daughter. And one thing I knew, my mom was very firm with me. I'm your mother first and your friend afterwards. With my daughter, I wanted to be her mother and friend in one. And a lot of people are against that. But the reason why I say that is because no, we can't party together. No, you can't cuss around me. No, you can't do whatever you want. But we can sit up and talk because mommy's going to tell you what she's feeling, and I want you to tell me what you're feeling. Not that I didn't feel that with my mom, but I had an older mom who didn't necessarily resonate with my life and my generation and what I had going on.
Right.
Mommyhood is the best hood. I have now a 7-year-old who will be 8.
Aww, Alani.
Alani is an aspiring little girl. She never ceases to amaze us. Everyone who crosses paths with her speaks so highly of her. But one thing that's a constant reminder with having a child that's growing is that time is a thief. And one thing I get a lot is people asking me as Lonnie gets older, when are you going to have more kids? I think everyone should be mindful of that question.
Yeah.
That's a very triggering question for some. Some can't have kids. Some have them and can no longer have kids. Some people have real deep trauma and don't want kids. And they're probably not even comfortable with telling you that. So when this does release, Tati, I am open for all questions.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here for the negative and the positive because I had a negative input on it myself before.
What?
I just couldn't believe that at this young, tender age that was my reality. There's absolutely no way this could be me. Like, I think I went through a depression of thinking that my husband was going to eventually leave me. I am an IVF patient, Tati. Wow. I am currently undergoing in vitro fertilization. That is what IVF stands for, if you're not aware. I'm not doing IUI because I only have one fallopian tube now. Over the past, we've been in a pandemic 4 years now. Wow. 2020 was my very first surgery I ever had. I had these things called invasive surgeries that were done by robots. Robots assisted in my surgeries at Stanford. So I had one of the best doctors, Dr. Cameron Najat. Look him up. He is the best doctor.
Shout out Cameron Najat.
So I underwent maybe 2 or 3 surgeries before the last one. They did take my right fallopian tube. It was damaged. Oh my God. I had an emergency C-section with Alani, and it got infected. And I spent over a month in the hospital after I had her. I don't even think I really remember her first month. David and I decided, maybe like after she was 2, that we wanted more kids. And I wasn't having a period. I hadn't had a period, Tati, in probably like a year. Had off of birth control, all of that, no period. I'm saying this because I want women to understand that it's okay to look normal on the outside and not be normal on the inside. I look just as normal. I have a kid, so you probably would never think that this would be my reality. Right. And if it had not been for my mom and my husband telling me that something was wrong, I probably never would have went and got help. It all started with me not having a period. One doctor couldn't help, to the next doctor couldn't help, until I ended up at Dr. Najat's office when he told me that there was indeed a blockage from scar tissue, and that he needed to take me into surgery. He took me into surgery. That surgery turned out to be almost 11 and a half hours because he had no idea what he was going into. Coming out of that surgery, he did tell me I needed another one, and I went for another one, and that's when they took the tubes. Like I said, I'm here for questions. It's something that I am very open to now. I was not open. I did give Tati the opportunity to tell me if she wanted me to roll this out with you guys on here, because this is the first time, Tati, that I brought this to the world.
Yeah, and I have a lot of questions too, like just about the whole process and how invasive you may have felt by injecting yourself and having your partner watch you inject yourself.
So that
what was that whole process like?
That wasn't even until really the end.
Wow. So psychologically, you were going through a lot. First of all, accepting the fact that this is your reality is one thing as a whole.
Accepting the fact that I have a child and I want another one, and it's not my calling. It's not on my time. It's not on my time. Not my calling, but it's not on my time. So I'm sitting here beating myself up because she's only getting older. So now we went to this doctor and they're telling us the issue. Okay, they take the tube. That's when they then tell us there's still one tube left. And it's okay. It's just blocked. It can become unblocked at any given time. So I do have a fallopian tube and it's blocked. That's why I can't do IUI, for those who know what that is. So I'm now to the big dog money status, which is IVF that costs thousands and can sometimes cost hundreds of thousands. Wow. I have very good insurance, so I didn't really pay anything out of pocket.
Good. That's a blessing.
Very big blessing. So if you do have insurance, you should look into it. Certain insurance companies do cover it. But I have really good insurance, and I froze 15 eggs.
Okay, I was going to ask that next too. Like, how many eggs did you freeze?
I have 15 eggs frozen.
Okay.
I didn't think that I was going to have an issue with that because the eggs is not a problem.
Okay, I was going to ask because you said the eggs.
The eggs isn't an issue. Like, I'm having eggs. Oh, so I think I forgot to say that after those surgeries that Cameron and Najat did, I did end up getting my period. So
so it was a successful surgery.
Yeah, so the surgery did what it was supposed to do is that part, but it was like you're still infertile. Yeah, so you have to do IVF.
What was that like emotionally when they told you that? Like, okay, we have a success here, but we still have this other.
Nothing's guaranteed, but I wouldn't have been able to even fathom the thought of walking back into that office again had it not been for my mom and David support. David was like, if you don't want to do this, we don't have to do this. Like, and I think I was so like, my husband's going to leave me. Like, he wants more kids. He's going to leave me. He's like, I don't want to see you hurting. Shout out to you, babe.
Oh, that's so dope.
My mom was like, I'm on whatever you want. So she was the one like, Alex, if you want to do it, I'm behind you. Yeah. She took me to all my surgeries. Shout out to you, Mom.
Oh, shout out to
she took me to all my surgeries. She was at my appointments. David was there as well. Some things I don't think David could actually stomach to see me go through. At one point, David did ask me to not go further.
Oh, what?
Because he said it's hurting you too bad. The emotional toll that it's taking on you, I don't think I can stomach to watch you hurt like this any longer. I'm okay with you not doing it. By that point, my heart was too far in it. It was like I didn't come this far for nothing. So I was like, as far as it like with the IVF, I froze my eggs. My injections are probably, like I said, the ending doing the injections, emotionally wise, probably took the most out of me. But I think accepting the fact that I was 23 when I was first told that I had to do IVF, and young, had a kid already, that just didn't really resonate with me. I didn't understand why I was going through it. But now I look at it like, why not me?
You can teach someone.
Because I'm God's vessel for a reason. Yeah. And I wanted him to use me. So I'm bringing awareness to it.
I love that. Thank you for bringing awareness to this, because this can be a taboo subject, and because can be embarrassing, especially when you're so young.
Like, and I said, I want people to be mindful of the baby topic, because that's one thing that triggers me is when people are like, when am I having more kids? Right. I want more. I definitely do. If it's God's will, David and I are picking back up on IVF this year. Wow. Follow me and tune in the Dunbar Way. I'm here.
Tune into her journey.
Yeah, I'm here for questions. Yes. It's really just something that's not talked about. And if you're somebody that's out there that wants a kid and you don't really know what's going on, you're probably trying everything, I've had people come to me before and I've sent them to doctors, and lo and behold, sad to say, there was something wrong.
Oh.
So go get checked out.
Yeah, and there's no harm in getting checked. And even if you're not looking to have children later, too, it's a nice...
Still get checked out.
Yeah, it's nice to just be aware of what's happening to your body and just know kind of how to deal with certain things that pop up, too. Alex, I admire your strength so much.
Thank you.
I admire your resilience and just the way that you push through and you don't let anything stop you.
Yeah.
You do everything with grace and love, and that is so important and prominent in what I hope to do as well.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you actually...
I'm still a work in progress. I'm very happy with where I'm at in life now. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I thought I was going to be 10 years ago. Didn't know if I was going to be dead or in jail. So for me to be sitting here, even having the conversations and being the woman that I am today was really big for me. Advice to anybody, moms, women, all of that, communicate. If you don't have kids, you have family members, communicate. Family, friends, all of that is very important. I think I would have never made it as far as I am today if it had not been for my mom and my husband.
Aww.
Stay true to who you are.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Alex, thank you so much for coming here and just showing the world who you are.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
I'm so appreciative of the fact that you even thought of me when it came down to, having a guest star on your show.
Yes. I love that you were able to be here and spread awareness on something that's not talked about. Thank you so much for your tips. I'm going to take them all.
Girl, call me Tati. Because, look, I told you, I would have never even known, and I really love this for you. Like, you really... Like I said, you're going to be on Melrose.
Wow.
If you get to be here, you lucky because Tati's making it. Like,
gosh.
we're going big.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tati, I love you.
I love you
Thank
so
you
much
so much
more.
for having me.
What? I love you so much more.
Yeah,
I've been a fan of you since forever.
No, not a fan.
No, when her name was Juicy and Jay's on Twitter, I swear to you, I will always be like, hey, Alex, do you need the homework? Just so I can have like the notification. Can I bring some high shoes to your... Can I bring some high shoes? Remember that? I used to always do that.
I'm nobody.
So
don't do that.
I used to love her back in the day. Just loved everything about your aura and just who you are. So I'm so grateful that you're here with me. This full circle moment.
Yes.
If you guys want, you guys can follow Alex at The Dunbar Way. She's going to be updating everyone about her IVF journey, her relationship journey, motherhood.
I'm a cheer mom, so I'm always on the road with that.
Follow her on TikTok as well. Her baby is a character. So funny, so cute, all the above.
Definitely
I love her.
She is. She's definitely 101.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Go On, I'm Listening. I am your host, Tati, and I will see y'all next Wizzy.
And y'all better like and follow her.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Tati.
Oh my God.
I appreciate you.
Of course, give me the
my
biggest hug in
gosh.
the world. Yeah.